Pirate Rescue Adventure. This is a ratios review unit. So it's a project that the students can complete. It's a lot of fun. The students are going to be following a pirate story, and different tasks will be completed as they solve different racial problems. They also need to pay attention to the details of the story to get additional points. So the whole project is worth 60 points. So you can assign it to the students. You could go through each part with them or just assign it and let them follow the instructions. So they start reading the story. The student is kidnapped by pirates and he's expected to find a hidden treasure. So the first task for ratios, they're going to drag and drop the ratio terms into the correct location in sentence frames. So they get a point for every one that's correctly placed. All they do is click and hold on the edge of each one of these terms, and then they're going to move them into place to complete these sentence frames. Okay. They continue the story. The next task, they're going to be typing 3 ways to write a given ratio. So they're going to double click in this box, and then they're going to write the ratio 3 different ways. And it tells them how to do that at the top. So they're going to write the ratio as a fraction, and this is 5-7. As a fraction, separate the number separated by a colon and with the word 2 in between the numbers. 3 more points. And then they're going to move ratios into the correct columns according to whether they are part to part or part to whole ratios. So they just click on each one of these 25 forks to 120 pieces of silverware. That would be part to whole, and so on. The next task, they're going to use a line tool. So you might need to show them how to do this. They're going to connect a ratio to an equivalent ratio. And they come up here to the line tool, select line, gives them a plus sign. So wherever they want to start the line, they're going to click. And then it gives them a line here, these little blue circles at the end. They can click and hold, and then they can move that line around until they can find an equivalent ratio. They can play around with this. They can change the color, or they can change the thickness of the lines. They can make it their own. So as you can see in each one of these, there's a place for teacher points when you're grading the entire project. The next ratio task is to fill in these ratio tables. So they're proportional tables. Students have to type in the correct number to make it a proportional table. So this number would be 4. Here we can see that we're multiplying by 5. This number would have to be 5, and this one 40. And they get a little bit more difficult as they go. They're going to continue reading the story. Then they're going to take the values from this proportional table and they're going to create ordered pairs. So here they just type 1, 3, 2, 6, and so on. So they get these values from the table. Continue with the story. Then they're going to take these ordered pairs and they're going to plot these points on a coordinate plane. So all they have to do is click and hold on the circle. If they plot the point 1, 3, they're going to go from the origin. Halfway between the origin and 2 would be 1, and then up to 3 would be somewhere approximately about right here. So they're a little bit challenging because they're not all exactly on the line. On this slide, they're going to type an X next to any of these lines that are proportional. So it needs to be a straight line through the origin, so it would be this one. Type an X and this one. Now they're going to be changing rates to unit rates, and all I have to do is just type the numbers in the boxes. And then come the comprehension questions. So there's 3 slides with comprehension questions about the story. And if students need to scroll back through and read the story again, that's fine. That'll make sure that they continue to read the story and they're looking for details. So on the very last slide, you're going to give them the points just for the comprehension questions and then the total points for the entire project, and then you can grade it accordingly. So this is the Pirate Rescue Adventure Ratios Review Unit.